can break out the history of the NHL into 5 different time periods, where the league underwent contraction or growth. The NHL's early years were the Wild West of hockey analytics, mainly because there wasn't much to analyze beyond the scoreboard. Goals, assists, and penalties were the only real metrics of note. The NHL entered a significant phase of stability in 1942, known as the Original Six era, which lasted for 25 years. During this period, the league consisted of only 6 teams: the Montreal Canadiens, Toronto Maple Leafs, Boston Bruins, New York Rangers, Chicago Blackhawks, and Detroit Red Wings. The introduction of the official NHL box score in the 1960s represented a small but crucial step forward. Suddenly, hockey fans could track not only goals and assists, but also shots on goal, saves, and penalty minutes. It was rudimentary, but it gave a fuller picture of player contributions and team performance. Throughout the 1970s, the NHL faced competition from the World Hockey Association, which introduced stars like Wayne Gretzky. In 1979, the WHA merged with the NHL, bringing teams like the Edmonton Oilers and Quebec Nordiques into the league. It's amazing to think that a single player represents one era of NHL hockey, but that's why they call him the Great One. The 1980s were defined by Wayne Gretzky's dominance, particularly with the Edmonton Oilers, who won 4 Stanley Cups from 1984 to 1988. By the late 80s, stats like face-off percentage and time on ice started gaining traction, giving teams more information to work with. This is also when broadcasters started incorporating more in-game statistics to enhance the viewing experience. By the 1990s, the NHL had further expanded into non-traditional markets, adding teams like the San Jose Sharks, Tampa Bay Lightning, and Florida Panthers. The 1990s marked the beginning of digital stat keeping and database management. Suddenly, teams and analysts could track performance across seasons, games, and shifts with more precision than ever. The 2000s was when analytics truly began to take off in the NHL. Following the lead of baseball's Moneyball revolution, teams began to dive deeper into the numbers, looking for any edge they could find. As we move into the 2020s, hockey analytics is more advanced than ever. The introduction of the NHL Edge system, which uses puck and player tracking technology, has opened up a whole new world of possibilities. We can now measure things like skating speed, distance traveled, and even possession time in ways that were unimaginable just a decade ago. With artificial intelligence and machine learning entering the picture, the future of hockey analytics will likely involve predictive modeling and even more granular analysis of player tendencies.